So let's start our conversation today. About the subject will be, don't blame other people. And I'll start with a story. There was a brother and sister. It was להזמנת, and they decided to go to their grandparents to the moshav, ב.ג.ה style, very nice place, animals, donkeys and cows. And so they went to the grandparents' place, and the grandfather gave the grandson, a slingshot. You know what the slingshot is? רוגטקה בעברית, it's not application, it's not an app. It's something like a gun, but it's not a gun. It's with stone. It's like with a rubber band, and you're pulling it like that. Slingshot, it's called. Okay. So the grandpa gave the grandson to play with this slingshot, and he tried, to do things with that, but it was not such an accurate, shooter. So grandma had a duck, small duck, very nice one. And the grandson decided, I want to frighten him, okay? I will shoot next to him. A stone will touch the ground next to him, and he will fly from that, and it will be nice to me. So he pointed the slingshot, and he shot the stone. And the stone flew and hit the duck's head. And the duck started fell and died. I killed my grandma's duck. Okay, he was frightened, so he went to the duck, tried to to do something, CPR or something, but he saw the duck was dead, so he decided to bury him, put it underneath the table, put something on him, and he looked to the sides to see if somebody's watching him, and he saw his sister in the window doing like that. I will kill you. I will tell grandma. So he said to her, be quiet. Okay, please be quiet. So at the evening, grandma said to the granddaughter, Yaeli, please help me with the dishes. So Yaeli said, I would love to help you with the dishes. But my brother, Yossi, he loves to do dishes, okay? Because he loves the water. Because there is also ducks in the water. Ga, ga. Yossi? Dishes. Okay. From that moment on, Yossi became a slave to his sister. She really tortured him. Okay. Everything that grandma said to her, she pointed on her brother. Please, help me do that. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. After 4 days, he decided I cannot bear it anymore. Okay. He went to his grandma and said, Grandma, chatati aviti pashati. Okay. I killed your duck. So the grandma said, I know that. So he asked, how do you know? It's my sister. She said, no, I was in the garden when it happened. I saw you killed my duck. But I just waited to see how long you will give your sister the opportunity to torture you, okay? And for me, this story was a very important one because each one of us are doing, not each one of us, I'm doing bad things, okay? You are not doing that. Maybe your neighbors. Sometimes I'm doing things I didn't meant to do, okay? And sometimes maybe I meant to do that, but I'm sorry after that. So two creatures, like it's not creatures, but two שתי ישויות, okay? Like, I don't know how to say yeshuyot. Not personalities. I'll give you the answer and you will understand the word, okay? Two something or someone's saw me. First thing is the evil inclination, okay? It's he is like the sister. He saw me, did something, said, Fanger, have you seen what you have done? You have no future, okay? You promised you will stop doing that, and you did that again. I hate you. Hashem will kill you. Nice. He's torturing me, okay? He's working on my conscience again and again and again that I have no future. I cannot rehab myself. But in the same way, in the same time, the grandma also saw me. In the story, the grandma, it's like Hashem, okay? It's not Chas Shalom, okay? But Hashem, he also saw me. There was two brother and sister. They went also to their grandparents, and in the night, the grandson started to read the Kriyat Shema. So he started to daven, Hashem, I want bicycles. Hashem, I want new bicycles. So his sister asked him, why do you shout? Hashem can hear you. He said, yeah, Hashem hear me, but grandma doesn't. Okay? So you need to do it, shtadlut it's called. So in this story, the grandma, it's like Hashem. He also saw me, okay? And he really wants me to succeed in life. He wants the best for myself, and not only for me, also for all of us. So Hashem also saw us, and He wants to show us, don't blame anybody. Take your life in your hands and change. Don't let the evil inclination give you the feeling that you have no future and you won't be able to change. It depends only on you. And this is the reason we will be in Rosh Hashanah, okay? Judgment Day. It's not frightening. It's a very nice day. I will explain. You know, it's a gift from Hashem. Because the Judgment Day, Rosh Hashanah, it's the day that all the people in the world are all going to be judged by Hashem. All the people, the French people, the Russian people, the American people, all the people in the world. Kol ba'ei olam, all the people in the world will go through or in front of Hashem to be judged. But only the Jewish people, we know that. They don't know that. You know, in Rosh Hashanah, it's the ordinary day. They're going to school. Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. They don't know that their souls are being judged now. And we know that. And not only that Hashem revealed that to us, He also gave us a whole month, Chodesh Elul, before that. And it's called Chodesh HaRachamim VaSlichot. Hashem really wants us to succeed. And this is the reason the Rosh Hashanah is the first day of the year. You know, if I was like doing holidays, mefik chagim, how do you call mefik chagim? Holidays productor, or something like that. So I would do the Rosh Hashanah the last day of the year, not the first day of the year. You know, if you're doing Judgment Day of the year that passed, you're supposed to do the Judgment Day like Hasefat Horim. How do you call Hasefat Horim? P something, did you call it? PTA, yeah, I have PTSD from that, okay. PTA, so you do PTA, the Asfat Horim, at the end of the year, not at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, it's the PTA of the nice thing, hi, I'm the teacher, nice. But at the end of the year, it's the frightening PTA, no! Okay, so Judgment Day is supposed to be the last day of the year, not the first day of the year. And Hashem doing that the first day of the year to teach us, let's open a new page. Doesn't matter what happened till now, just open a new page, new beginning. And to do that, we have to learn one main thing: don't blame anybody on your situation. Because if I'm blaming somebody, my wife, your husband, our kids, yeah, or my parents, yeah, we love them. So I'm not conscious of doing that. I'm giving the keys of my happiness, my keys of my success to the hands of another person. If I'm saying I cannot be happy because my wife is not nice to me, so my keys of happiness is in her hands. So I have to understand I need to have all the keys in my life. I shouldn't blame anybody. It's more easy to blame somebody. Okay, it's her fault, but it's my responsibility. And even if you will tell me, Fanger, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. But if you want, you can. I will give you one example. There was a bunch of girls. They had like a birthday of one of the girls, seminar girls, very righteous girls, okay, and decided to do a birthday, of course, just Divrei Torah, and they went to a coffee shop, only girls, of course, in the city there's only girls, okay, and they decided to go there and to eat something. And then they were laughing, Divrei Torah, and it's a very happy thing, and then a cockroach penetrate the room, okay? Cockroach, makak asisi, he flew into the room. And cockroach doesn't know how to fly very good, okay? In the evolution time, he was stuck between the butterfly and the bird, okay? So he doesn't know how to fly very good. He's flying into the room. And he landed on the shoulder of one of the girls. Just imagine how will she react, okay? I think, take it from me! Yeah, okay. Of course, everybody was afraid. Half of the restaurant ran away, and the guard, the only man in the city, the next city, came in with a gun. And he, what's happening here? Is a terrorist attack? Lie on the floor. And everybody's shouting, and then the butterfly, he wished to be a butterfly. The cockroach was so afraid, so he flew to the other girl into her hair. The other girl had curly hair. And he flew into the head, the hair. And she started to shout, and he's in her hair. Nice. And then, the guard started pointing the pistol, the gun. Who is it? To land on the ground. And then the cockroach saw the security guy. And man, wow, woohoo! He flew on him and he stuck on his shirt, like that. So the security man said, okay, be calm. Everybody, it's in control. Took his hand and everybody like that. What will happen now? Okay, he took his hand and grabbed him and ate him. Just joking. He was a Thailandic guy. So he took the cockroach and threw it away. And I will ask you one question. Who's responsible of the mess in the restaurant? What do you think? The cockroach. Yeah, but no. The cockroach is not to blame because when he flew on the security guy, nothing happened. Everything was in control. So the cockroach is not the problem. And I'm saying that in the beginning because you will find a lot of cockroaches in your life. Sometimes your husband will be a cockroach. Sometimes his mother, 2 cockroaches in the same home. Sometimes, one of your kids, there is in the yeshivot, there is makak. There is makak in the yeshivot, okay? It's also cockroach, okay? So we have to understand, don't blame the cockroach, okay? He's not to blame. And the proof of that, when he flew on the security guard, he didn't do anything wrong. So it's not him. And you have to understand that. Maybe I told you that, not you, but in another lecture. There is a famous Rebbitzin, okay? Speaker, a woman speaker. I won't say her name because maybe it's קצת לשון הרע, but it's not לשון הרע. She said that she bought a new home in Tel Aviv. And it was a very old home, very nice home, but very old. And she thought, okay, we will break that and build that, and we'll change all the inside of the home, and it will be beautiful. And they did that, but because there was no construction things, there was a amud, pole, pillar. Decide, pillar or a pole? Pillar. So it was a pillar stuck in the middle of the salon. And she started to, complain. It's a pillar in the middle of the salon. It's wearing my salon. It's the pillar. Okay, this was the new song in the home. It's a pillar in the salon. I hate the pillar. What I will do with the pillar? Okay, so her husband, he had no strength. Okay, it's a pillar. It won't move. Stop complaining. Okay, and you have to understand, your husband loves to hear you, but not complaining. Your husband is not your girlfriend, yeah? To a friend, you can speak 3 hours. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, my eyes hurts. Oh, I have no air. It's hot. I want to die. Okay, and it's nice. You can talk with each other. With your husband, just try to start to complain. If he will manage to survive 5 minutes without giving you it's a solution, or to be tired, or he's an angel, or maybe he doesn't hear very good, okay? You can try, say to your husband, in the recent time, I'm very tired, very tired. There are 3 kinds of men. First one, he's very wise. He's doing a calculation in his head. You are tired, so all the things in the whole home will fall on my back. See that I'm very tired, I have to rest a little bit. Okay, he's very wise. The second one is very cruel husband. You will say to him, I'm tired. So he will tell you what you have done. You have only 4 kids. My mother raised 12 kids in the ma'abara, in the slums. She will say, go to your mother, okay? But you have it. I think your husband is a genius one. You will say to him, I'm tired. I'm very tired. He will tell you, go to rest. Go to sleep. Whoa. You didn't think about it. Amazing. It's a miracle that you married him, okay? Because if you weren't married to him, you would faint on the street, okay? So you just need somebody to hear you, okay? To support you, to be a friend, okay? But don't put salt on the wounds. Where were we? Somebody's hearing it here? The cockroach, okay? The pillar, okay? I'm reminding myself. So the husband couldn't hear anymore, pillar. So she went to her friend, girlfriend, and said, I know the pillar is ruining my salon. So her girlfriend said, go to a decorate woman, something in Matzevet Panim it's called, decorate the buildings, and that she will advise you to do something with the pillar. So she went to a very creative woman, and she said to her, put something on the pillar, put an aquarium, put like flowers on the top of the pillar. And she did that, and from that moment, the pillar became the attraction of the home. Every person that went inside, just look at the pillar. It's not just a pillar, it's the pillar, okay? And I'm telling that because the cockroach is not the problem. The pillar is not the problem. It's our reaction. I won't reveal it to you. So who's the problem? Not the cockroach. Who's responsible for the mess on the restaurant? The girls, right. But no, because the girls, maybe it's one of you, okay? I don't want to say whose, but maybe it's one of you, and now you're okay. You're not doing a mess here. So it's not the girl, it's not the cockroach, it's the reaction of the girl to the cockroach. Remember that? It's a reaction of the girl to the cockroach. And all our life is reactions for things that Hashem is challenging us, okay? We cannot control all the things that happen to us in our life, but we can control but our reaction. For example, you're a woman, so there is 48 prophets, men prophets in Judaism, and 7 women prophets. One of the prophets was Dvorah. Dvorah Isha Nevi'ah. Dvorah, she's a woman prophet, okay? And Chazal said that the husband of Dvorah was illiterate, Amaretz. Illiterate? Is he illiterate? Okay, he was an Amaretz. And I'm sure she didn't thought that he is illiterate. Maybe, she was a young seminar girl, and they promised her, no, he's a Ben Torah, and she married and found something else. One girl said to me, I'm in Shidduchim period, and why it's very hard to find a nice guy. Why can't we choose them as a watermelon? Watermelon. 3, slaps on his head to see if it's rape or not. Okay, so don't get the ideas here, but don't try it in the Shidduchim period, dates. So she didn't know that. But she married him, and she discovered he is illiterate. But she didn't blame him. I want a friend. I want somebody on Shulchan Shabbat to say deep things from Michtav Me'Eliyahu or Rav Pinkus Zatzal. No, she married him, and she understood. Okay, this is my husband. I'm not going to blame him. I'm going to do the maximum that I can do. And she did something called wicks, a candle wicks. Wicks is a ptilot. Okay, candle wicks. אני רוצה לתרגם עברית בשבילכם? Or you know English, okay. So candle wicks, she did candle wicks, and she gave him this candle wicks and said to him, go to the Bet HaMikdash, the tabernacle, because this was in Shiloh, and put it there. And he did that, but she did the wicks with all her heart. She put everything that she can in this wicks, and Hashem saw that. And when I'm saying that, I'm afraid, Hashem sees everything, okay? Even something in our home. We believe in that. We live like that. But to hear that, it's hard. So Hashem saw what she's doing at her home. Nobody told him. She didn't advertise it. Yated Ne'eman, I'm doing weeks, and if somebody wants to donate that, I will do more weeks. No, she did it to herself. She did the weeks to the tabernacle, and Hashem saw that, and Hashem said to her, you wished to bring my light to the world. I will bring your light to the world. And she became a prophet. And the verse says, Dvorah Isha Nevi'ah. Of course she's a woman. So why Dvorah Isha Nevi'ah? Of course she's a woman. The sages are explaining, don't think that her name was Dvorah, but she was acting like a man. She learned Torah all day with tefillin. No, she was a woman. And she did the women things. And she became a prophet, because it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you're a Jew or not. This is Tanan de Belial says, it depends on your deeds. That's all. It depends on your deeds. If you do good things, you will merit. So we have to understand, don't blame anybody. Just point on yourself and decide, I'm going to change my life. Even though, the circumstances as they are, and I can blame everybody, maybe it's easy to blame. Maybe it's nice to blame, because if I'm blaming somebody, I'm innocent. I'm the good guy, okay? But I'm not continuing with my life. I'm stuck in my life like that. I want to continue my life, and I want to improve my life, and it's my hand, and I have to remember that. This is the first thing. The second thing, I have a radio program, a radio show. It's also a video television show now. It's called Yamim. And every day I'm hosting a guest. And last Sunday, I had a guest. His name was Michael Ofek. The husband of Dvorah, he had 3 names. Lapidot. Lapidot is the wicks. This is the reason of the weeks of the name. Barak, it's like lightning. He was shining like a light. And Michael. And Michael, because the sages are saying, who memich et atzmo. Memich et atzmo is belittling himself. He was very modest. He was very with anava, humility. So this is the reason he succeeded to marry Dvorah. Okay, because to marry a woman like that, you have to have merits. So he was very, very modest and very with humiliation. Humiliation is ashpala yoter, no? Humility. So this is the reason he succeeded to marry her. So there was a guy in my show, in my program show, I hosted a guy called Michael Ofek. Michael Ofek, he says to me, Fanger, I didn't met my father. I knew I had a father because my mother told me, but she told me also that he ran away. When I was 3 months old, they were a new couple, and he decided he cannot have a father responsibility, and he just took all his belongings and went away. I don't know him. I've never seen him. He didn't call me even. Nothing. I wasn't in touch with him. I don't know him. I don't know how he looks like even. My mother didn't want to show me because it just will confuse me. So when I was 30 years old, and I told you the truth, for every day in my life, I think I cursed him. Every time I saw a father with a kid, going to Avot Ubanim, bar mitzvah, I cursed him. Why did you do that to me? Okay, I hated him. I cannot explain to you how much I hated him. When I was 30, I got a phone call from a woman. Hello, your name is Michael, ID number such and such. I said, yeah. I'm sorry to tell you, but your father died. Okay, I have to tell you because in his ID, I see your name, and you're his son. So I have to announce to you, your father died. And to tell you the truth, I was happy. He deserved that. He died. I'm happy. I will stop cursing him. I'm telling you the truth. But for me, I didn't say Shiva. I didn't say Kaddish. Nothing. He's not my father. When I was 40 years old, a friend of mine suggested me to go to a rabbi. To go to a rabbi to ask something. My friend wanted me to come with him. I didn't have any question. We came to a rabbi, and this rabbi looked at me and said to me, there is somebody in the room here that very in sorrow because of you. And I, who's in the room? And he said, your father is here, and he's really in pain because of you. And where is my father? There's nobody here. So I was a little terrified. I thought, okay, maybe the Rebbe is doing something on me, want me to become a Baal Tshuva or something. Okay, I'm not such a fool. Okay, my father, he looks at me, and each one of us, if I will tell you there's somebody here in the room, and it's your grandma, or maybe your mother, okay, and she's in sorrow because of you, you can relate to that, okay? I think every Erev Rosh Hashanah, I'm calling my mother. I'm calling her every week, of course. But in Erev Rosh Hashanah, I'm calling my mother for asking for forgiveness. I'm not waiting for Yom Kippurim. I'm calling her, Mommy, I'm sorry of all the things I've done during the year. Please forgive me, okay? So 3 years from now, something like that, my mother told me, every year we are calling to ask for forgiveness. It's not a good sign that every year you have to ask for forgiveness, take hold of yourself. So I told her, you're right, but be honest, I'm improving, okay? Be honest, I'm improving. And this is the main thing I think we have to show Hashem, that I'm not a righteous person, I'm not a perfect person, of course not, but I'm developing, okay? I'm becoming better than what I was the next year. So let's go back to the story. He went back home and he was very puzzled. My father was in pain because of me. So he went to his mother, asked her, Mommy, please, I'm 40 years old. Sit with me, look in my eyes, and tell me the whole story about my father. And she told him and said to him, I will tell you the whole story. Don't be mad, but who's responsible of all the story is my father, she said, your grandpa. Your grandpa hated your father. And he didn't want us to get married, but we thought, okay, love will conquer everything, okay? Everything will be okay. And we got married, and your grandpa really hated your father. And in Brit Milah, he said to his father, take all your belongings and move away as far as you can. I don't want to see you here again. Don't get near my grandson or my daughter. And our grandpa, my father, it is a very famous family here in Israel. I won't say the name of the family because I don't want to mess with them. A very dangerous family, okay? One of the criminal families in Israel. And the grandpa is one of the heads there, okay? So when he said to your father, I don't want to see you again, if I will see you, I will kill you, he meant that. So your father really cried. And it was such a hard thing for him and also for me. He took everything and he went away. He tried to be in touch with you and with me, but Grandpa discovered that and threatened him, and he had no choice. So don't be angry on him. And please don't be angry at me, because I just want to protect you from your grandpa. And now your grandpa died, so I can tell you the whole story. He said to me, I was such in shock. A man that I cursed him for 40 years. 40 years. I hated the person that there was no excuse to hate him. There was no reason to hate him. And he was in sorrow maybe more than me. So he decided on that day to go to the grave of his father. And he is buried in Har HaMenuchot in Jerusalem. And he came alone. And he's telling me that I'm telling you now the story. And I have a goosebumps when I'm telling you that. I reached to the grave, and it was Tu B'Av. I came there, and I saw the date of my father died. And the date of when my father died, it's my birthday. And my mother told me that the hardest day in the whole year for my father was my birthday. Because every time it was my birthday, my father would really cry because he really wanted to be with me. It's his son, okay? So, and he died in the day of my birthday. So I posted, I did a post, and I photographed myself, put it on my Facebook, and it was Tu B'Av, and the love time, and everybody shared that. And it was really, עשה ברעש ברשת, How do you say, didn't make a lot of noise in the web, but okay. It's shared with a lot of people, and because of that, he got a phone call. He got a phone call from a woman that said to him, "Hi, your name is Michael, you're the son of Yaakov and Clara?" He said, "Yeah." So she said, "I'm your sister, and I'm not alone. You have 6 brothers and sisters. Because of your father married again, and you are not alone." And he said to me, I was such in shock because I thought I'm alone, okay, in the world. I'm the only kid, but now I understand I have family, and we get together, all of us, and it was the best day of my life, and I want to share it with you. So don't blame other people because you don't know all the knowledge to hate somebody or to be mad on him, because sometimes he's like the servant of Hashem. Hashem sent him to teach us something. And for me, I have a rule in my life that every person I will meet in my life is a teacher. And every occasion in my life, it's a lesson. And you were, and maybe you are now in school, and there's teachers that we would love to take them away, okay, to replace them. And there is teachers to geography and history. We love that. Yeah, but you have to learn that. So sometimes in life, Hashem decides you have to go to learn something, and He's not asking you because He knows better than you what you need to learn. And I'll give you a story about myself, okay? Don't blame other people. One day I got a phone call from, it's a production place here in Israel. It's a חברת הפקה, a production company. And they called me and said, Fanger, we are watching you in the on the webs and the YouTube, and we want to do a program with you, like a series of 5 chapters, and we want you to be the actor. But for that, you have to have a license for a motorcycle. A big motorcycle. Not a small one, a big motorcycle. And I said to him, I don't have, I have coconut, okay? I have coconut. I don't have a motorcycle. They said to me, okay, just go and learn that, and everything will be okay. It's in our account. We'll pay for that. And I thought to myself, okay, it can be nice. Okay, motorcycle. And so I went to learn that. They told me 2 weeks and you are with a license. Okay, I came to learn. They brought me a teacher called Herzl. Nice guy. Okay, Herzl. He's Israeli, nice one. Very old. All his face with wrinkles, okay, because of the sun. And he said to me, Fanger, 2 weeks you are with the license. Okay, he did to me a lesson after lesson, and I couldn't tell other people why I'm there. Because before the program is broadcast, you shouldn't say anything. So people saw me. Rabbi Fanger, you're going to come with a motorcycle to the lectures? And I couldn't say it's a TV series and things like that. So I just told them because on the in the car, my wife is all the time challenging me, okay? On the motorcycle, she has to grab me, okay, to hug me. And if she's doing something, I'm doing a wheelie, okay? Don't get ideas, but it could be nice. So after 2 weeks, I'm ready for the test. And I'm telling the truth, I don't like tests, okay? I think you shouldn't do tests. Hashem know I know how to drive. The teacher know it's enough. 2 witnesses, it's enough. But you have to do tests, so I really wanted to pass the test. So I davened on it. I gave charity, okay? Because charity, davening, and tshuva can, so of course, test I can pass. I asked one of the guys in the test, what's his name? So I can daven on him, and then, you will pass before him, okay? כולם מתפלל לחברו, okay? I had mercy on other people. כי כל המרחם על הבריות, if you have mercy on other people, Hashem will mercy you. And I took on myself that if I'll pass the test, I will say, נשמת כל חי, נשמת כל חי in public, okay? In that case, I'm supposed to pass 2 tests, okay? And I didn't want that will be also Chilul Hashem, because you have to understand, test in the car, it's only you and another driver and the tester, the teacher, okay? Not teacher, the tester guy. The guy who tests you, okay? So it's only the 3 of you. So if you fail, nobody will know. But in the motorcycle, it's like 50 people in the parking lot, and everybody can see you. And I came there, Fanger, please bless me that I will go through the test. No. So Fanger, maybe he'll bless himself also. Okay? And if Harav didn't pass the test, so I have a few questions in Emunah, okay? So I had to pass this test. I davened and gave charity, everything. And the test came, and I failed. Where's Hashem here? Okay, so it was not Chilul Hashem, okay, because there is 2 parts in the test. There is in the parking lot, and there is outside in the street. In the parking lot, I was perfect. I'm telling you, I was perfect. Maybe because the evil eye of the other people. So when we drove outside, the tester, the guy who tested us, drove a little bit slow, and I passed him. And you shouldn't do that, okay? He did to me like that. Go back. This finished my test, okay? From that, just move of a hand, everything was finished. So I failed. I'm telling the truth, I was happy. I failed, because I'm afraid of this thing. It's a really big thing, okay? So I called the production people. I said to them, I failed the test. I said, from Shamayim, I failed the test. So they are seculars. They told me, what's Shamayim here now? From Shamayim, do another test. It's also from Shamayim. So, okay, all right, So let's do another test. All the story is from that moment. I came after 2 weeks to another test. When I reached there, I saw all the people that were with me in the first test came again. So we all failed. And we became like family, okay? We all failed. We are together. We will do that now. And of course, there was an inside investigation. Who's responsible for the failing of all of us? The cockroach. You're right. Who's the cockroach? The tester. Blessings went on his head there. People say things. It's a miracle that he's alive, okay? I didn't participate, of course. It's not my chas shalom. But we were waiting for the next test. We were sitting on the benches there, and our new driving teacher came to us and talked to us, and do that and do that. And then he got a phone call. Our teacher got a phone call, and we heard him speaking. Yeah. And then he closed the phone, looked at us. He was white, and he said to us, "Don't be afraid. Don't be in panic. But the tester of today it's the tester! Everybody, no!" I'm running away. People went home. It's crazy. He is crazy. We cannot go, we'll never pass the test. And the tester came, and he was, he was really, I think his tooth was eight. Okay, he was like, and I saw in his eyes hatred. Okay, I want to fail people now. The teacher told me, do the test last. So he put all his anger on the first ones, and then he won't have power for you, he won't strength for you, and he will let you pass. So I had 45 minutes before my test. And hear me good. 45 minutes, I was puzzled what to do. To read Tehillim, to daven, or to look at the tester, and to fill my heart with love. Because Shlomo HaMelech says, כמים הפנים אל הפנים, כך לב האדם אל האדם. As you're looking at water, so if you are smiling to water, the image in the water will smile to you. As the same way you are looking to a water, it's the same thing with your heart. What you feel to another person in your heart, the other person will feel to you. So I decided I will fill all my heart with love, look at the tester, and להקרין אליו, to radiate love to him. For 45 minutes, I just radiate love. And you can laugh. But I had the test from the world to come, okay? The tester became my friend. He gave me advices in the test. He said to me, put more gas, I'll do whatever you want. Yeah, we went outside, he said, be next to me, I will sit on you. I will be next to you, don't be afraid. And then the end of the test, he took me to a session. He put his hand on me and said, I'm 40 years with motorcycles. And I came, okay. He said, אני חולה on motorcycle. I'm crazy, okay, about motorcycles. Okay, crazy. I said to myself, I don't understand that, okay? Treat yourself. And then he said to me, you know why I'm so cruel? You know why I'm so tough? And I was afraid. I thought he's doing an introduction, and this is the reason I'm failing you again, okay? And I love you. And then he said to me, I will tell you why I'm so cruel and so tough. Because he says, 2 years from now, I'm a tester in a lot of places in Israel. But I was exactly here 2 years ago. And I had a guy that did a test, and he was like mediocrity. And I was puzzled to let him pass or not. It was in my hands. I could decide whatever I want. And he was really, mediocrity. So I decided to be a good guy and to let him pass. And I let him pass. And 2 days after that, I saw Moda'at Evel, a memorial sign, okay? And I investigated, and he died in a motorcycle accident. And I cannot forgive myself. From that moment on, if the guy is not perfect, 100% perfect, I'm failing him for his mother. I'm failing him for his father, for his kids, for himself. And I heard that. I said to myself, wow, such a nice guy. Such a touchy story. I think I love him. I love him. I wanted to hug him. I didn't want other people to see. But he just told me a few sentences, and all my thinking, all my כל הרושם, my impression that he made on me changed in a minute. In that moment I decided it won't change only my reaction to him. It will change my reaction to all the people in the world. Because from my side, each one of us, each one of you, have a story like that. And every person that you will meet in your life has a story like that. But he won't tell you, she won't tell you. But if he or her or she will tell me, all my thinking about the person will change. So, and don't go far away. Your mother, your father, our kids, our parents, each one of us has a story that we are going through, okay? And the same way that you want Hashem to judge you favorably, okay, you want Hashem to forgive you and to understand you had a hard time and you really want to be good, but you know, sometimes it's hard. The same thing Hashem tell you, I'm like a mirror for you. I will react to you as you are reacting to other people. If you have mercy on other people, I will mercy you. כל המרחם על הבריות, מרחמים עליו מן השמיים. If you will love other people, I will love you. If you will hate somebody, chas v'shalom, so don't tell me that I'm not good for you, because Hashem wants everything to be the best for us. And if something is not best for us, it's my responsibility. I cannot blame anybody else. It's easy to blame. But Hashem will tell you, this is the reason I want you alone in Rosh Hashanah. We are coming, each one of us alone in front of Hashem. Not with friends. Come with me, I'm afraid. No, we are coming alone. So I have to believe, if I want, it's possible. And I will finish with one thing. Imagine a person had, how do you call that? Like a ציפורן חודרנית. איך? ingrown toenail. Ingrown. כן, ingrown toenail. Okay. He had an ingrown toenail in the pinky of the leg, a small finger. And he walked like that, on the street. Okay. He walked with sandals, okay, without socks, because it was so painful, okay. And he was like that. He's walking on the street, and then a sumo warrior. מתאבק sumo? This is the Chinese people with the fat ones with the tikul, with the okay. They are so big, okay? They are like monsters, okay? And he went backwards and like, and he cannot see the other guy like that, went from behind, and then he stepped on his finger. Oh, I'm sorry. And the guy, take off your shoes, take off your feet. The guy, I'm sorry. And now his little finger, he's becoming like the toe, okay? It's grew. And he was like, After 3 minutes, another guy stepped on his foot. The brother of this, the bigger brother of the first one, okay? He was with like baggages, like walking backwards, and he can't see the guy. And then he stepped on his foot again. The guy, take off your shoes. I'm sorry. Please, agree with me that the third person that will step on him in the next 5 minutes, he will send him to heaven. Or maybe another place, okay? But he will eat him alive. And he walked like that. It's a crowdy, that's Rabbi א.ג.ה or א.ג.ה, I don't know. And the third person, stepped on his foot. He took the movement. He wanted to kill him. And then he saw, it's a very famous rabbi. Run to the left! step on me. Step on it. Just let me finish before that. Smile. It's a selfie now. He won't be angry. He won't shout. He won't bite him. But why? We agree that the third person that will step on him, he will kill him. Okay? It's human. It's not human. Human is to do the right thing. And I will tell you the truth, I had a dog for 16 years, okay? I really loved him, okay? His name was Mickey. Like Mickey Mouse, but he was not Mickey Mouse. He was a big dog, okay? We lived in Herzliya, and there, in that place, dogs are loud, okay? So 16 years, he was like, he was a wolf dog, okay? A German Shepherd, okay? And he was really trained. He had only one problem, and that was cats. He didn't like them. One day, we were playing a game. I threw to him stones, and he brought me the stones. I threw the stones, and he brought me the stones. Very deep play. Can really make you wiser and righteous. So I was throwing stones, and he brought me. And from one moment, I saw he doesn't play with me. I didn't know why. I'm not throwing the stones very good. But the door of the garden of my parents was open. And the kitten, the cat of the neighbor, went free. And that cat was a Persian cat. You know what's a Persian cat? It's a cat that's worth $1,000, okay? And he knows his worth, okay? I'm a $1,000 cat. He's not running. He's walking like a model, okay? He has a tie. But the door of the garden was open, and my Mickey had two cats in his eyes. Da, 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 da. Before I noticed, he started to run after the cat, and I ran after him. Mickey! Don't touch this cat! It's $1,000 cat. What I will tell the neighbor, please grab yourself and become a person. תהיה בן אדם. Can I ask him this question? Become a ben adam? Okay, be a ben adam? Of course not, because he is an animal. But what am I? If somebody did something to me, not the nice thing, I'm biting him, I'm cursing him, I hate him, or I can say, no, I want to do that. I'll tell you the truth, I really want to do that. But I can say no. As more as I can say more, no, it's more I'm a human God, I'm a human being. And these are our challenges. And especially in Rosh Hashanah, especially in nowadays, I want to show Hashem, please Hashem, I want to become a person. Okay? I want to become a human being. I want you to be proud of me. I really want Hashem to be proud of me. So I'm not a righteous person, and I won't succeed in all my tests. But even one time a day, I will show Hashem I'm doing the right thing. And especially if it's hard. If somebody asks me something, if I want to say something, I want to see something and it's forbidden, even one time I'm not doing that, I'm showing myself and to Hashem, I'm a human being. And don't underestimate even small thing that you're doing. And I'll finish with that. This is one of the reasons the holiday calls Rosh Hashanah. What's Rosh Hashanah? What's the head of the year? There is also in holiday the ankle of the year, the leg of the year. Baruch Hashem, leg of the year. What's the head of the year? What's Rosh Hashanah? So Rav Pinkus told us. I lived in Ofakim for the first year after my marriage. Rav Pinkus told us if somebody has a ingrown toenail, it's good that you do like a surgery and it's supposed to be accurate. If you will miss, a millimeter here or not or there, nothing will happen. But if you will do a surgery in the head, it has to be very, very accurate. Small change, even a millimeter change can change everything. The day is Rosh Hashanah. Hashem wants us to understand you don't have to do major, mega changes. Do a small change, but change something in yourself. Don't underestimate your ability. Don't blame other people. Thinking with yourself, you have a whole month, Chodesh Elul, to try to change something. Every day, change a little bit. Change your davening, change your blessing, change your learning Torah. every day I will try to be a little bit better than I was yesterday. And if something happened to me, I won't blame anybody. I will take the responsibility. And I believe Hashem is not challenging with a challenge. You cannot go through that. And don't blame your husband or Dvorah Isha Neviah. She was a woman, and she did what she can, and Hashem gave her everything that she can reach that. And I hope everybody will succeed in that, and Hashem will help all of us. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. B'atzlacha.